going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another College Football 26 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down the brand new Standouts program, which is live right now, talk about how to earn these tokens and all of the other free content that's included with an 85 overall champion. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it. A lot to go over in this one. Fun fact about this video, it's my second time recording it because the first time my microphone was muted the entire way through. So give me a thumbs up just for the dedication of redoing this video. Let's start with the solo challenges. Very important and could be fairly rewarding here. So this is going to be a 3-week program, but with the content scheduled this week, we're actually getting part 1 of this promo today and part 1.5 on Saturday. So more cards are on the way from this one specifically within a couple days. But if you take a look, the first section of available solos is going to give you 50 stars. I think we're only getting new cards on Saturday. I don't expect any more solos to get inserted in here because if you scroll through the rewards, the milestone rewards within the solos, it maxes out at 150 stars. So you got 50 available right now today. Week 2 would be another 50. Week 3 would be a third set of 50. 50 times 3 is 150. I knew that because I'm good at math. And if you take a look at those milestone rewards, very early on, Tier 2, 10 stars, and Tier 4, 30 stars, you get these B&D opportunity packs. These do have the chance of giving you an 85 overall. I'm assuming even 86 OVR LTDs, which we have a few of those in packs. So for all of my no money spent or low money spent players out there, and that's what I'm doing this year, I'm rocking a Cut 26 no money spent squad, and we'll have episode number 2 of that series dropping later this evening if you're looking out for it. Go play these right now because you could boost up your team. I'm sitting at a 76 overall right now. I can use all the help that I can get. I'm going to go play through all of these solos. Not only do we get 2 of those B&D opportunity packs today, but if you max out all of the available solos, you're also going to get another 80 plus B&D reward pack. The rewards pretty much repeat after that, so when part 2 drops next Wednesday, I'm assuming, you'll have another set of 50 stars, and then the third final set 2 weeks from today, giving you more opportunity packs and more of these B&D 80 plus packs. Yesterday, with the Names of the Game program, we got a brand new event, but it was catering to offline players only. Well, we got a brand new online one today called Top Dogs. This one has a free entry. You can play it as much as you want, but there is somewhat of an end game goal here, unlike yesterday's where you can repeat this and play over and over and over again and earn unlimited packs. Really cool, but if you get bored playing against the computer, the Top Dogs one is going to be a little bit more for you. As far as the rules go, it's basically like a house rules here. You either at the end of the game have to have the most points, which is kind of obvious. If you get an 18 plus point lead, the game ends and you win. The other conditions that look like could end the game here, if I'm reading this correctly over on the right part above my face cam, is gaining 100 plus rushing yards or 2 plus interceptions. So a couple different ways to go out and win the game, and that's exactly what you want to do, because if you take a look, that's going to directly contribute to the reward path. So when you get to 2 wins, you get 4,000 coins. 5 wins gives you an 80 plus B&D player, but if you scroll through everything, it's pretty much wash, rinse, repeat, 80s to 83 plus packs, but at the very end of it, 40 wins, which might take people longer than others here, but if you can get to 40 wins, you get a free 85 overall champion from this program. It's not a fantasy pack. You don't get to pick the player that you want, but I think all of the cards that came out today look fairly good there. And this early in the year, being that we really have 85 and 86 overall cards at the top of the list, you're pretty much bound to get something good and usable unless you have the, $1,000 spent in the store God Squad. This is going to be really good. I don't know how sweaty this event's going to be early on. We have a really big player pool of people playing right now, but on Friday, when worldwide release drops, you might see this game event or game mode get a little bit less sweaty, but you do got a free 85 overall if you want it. We also have strategy items in this program that you can earn for free that will boost certain attributes on your team. You're going to find those in the Field Pass for Season 1. So, unfortunately, there's no additional ways outside of today's daily objectives to earn XP, which means a lot of you are probably maxed out right now and waiting for more things to do. We'll have to continue to wait for that for more XP, but if you go to the Standouts tab, you have all of these objectives that you need to complete with 2+ Standouts players in your lineup. Once you do that, you're going to get these random strategy items. We'll show you them in the catalog here in a moment, and when you complete all of the above objectives, the one at the very bottom is going to give you a strategy item fantasy pack. Now, there's 10 objectives that need to be completed, but I do just want to point out each section within here has 2 objectives built into it. So we don't have to wait for anything additional when it comes to this one. You knock out all 5 of these things, you're going to get a fantasy pack. I don't know if that one's going to have different strategy items outside of the ones that you get within here. Again, we'll show all of those to you in the catalog, but there's a couple of them that can be very useful this early on. The 2 that stood out to me the most, and you can use whatever one you want to use, but the Hands Off Me one gives you +1 to power move, man coverage, and block shedding. I mean, you get some upgrade at pass rush there and some upgrade on the back end in coverage, and man coverage right now appears to be the meta early on. So this is a really good one to use. And then, you know, boosting your throw power on your quarterback is always a good opportunity to do so. And you can do that with this one. Not only do you get +1 to the throw power, you get +1 to mid and short throw accuracy. So these 2 to me are the best. We're going to talk about these tokens that you can exchange for 200,000 coins in a moment, but let's just kind of show you the players really quick. All of them were revealed on the reveal stream a couple nights ago, so I'm not going to break them down, but we have a handful of 85 overall champions that dropped today, 4 to be exact, and then there's 3 86 overall LTDs and packs right now, headlined by Johnny Manziel, and this is an interesting card because he's likely going to be the best quarterback in the game, but not only that, we have another quarterback on the way Saturday, but also we got Dylan Raiola yesterday, and this is how Ultimate Team's going to work. For all of you that haven't really jumped into this game mode a ton, there's always going to be a shiny new card at a position that comes out, and there's going to be a lot of people, content creators, and the big money spenders that rush to go get that card. Because they do that, it's going to make the cards at similar positions that aren't that bad and that far in attributes come out to be a little bit cheaper. And with Dylan Raiola yesterday in the Names of the Game program, I would not be surprised if this Johnny Manziel makes that card come down a little bit in price. Is it going to tank and be the cheapest thing in the world? Absolutely not. But the quarterback market in general should drop down a little bit more now due to this Johnny Manziel card coming out. Now, let's talk about how you get the 85 overall champions and this Standouts collection token pack, because when EA put out the Cut 26 deep dive, they told us right up front, and we saw it yesterday with Names of the Game, you are not going to get cards from item sets that much this year, and with this program, it's more about collecting, and they talked about that in the deep dive as well. So you have this collection token pack, and this is basically what confirms that we're going to get 3 weeks of this program. There's a week 1 champion, hero, and elite token, and then you have the same exact thing for week 2 and week 3. To get these tokens, you have to complete sets for champions, elites, and heroes. Now, if you're still confused, just go into the Standouts Week 1 champion, hero, or elite set, and you're going to see these are not sets to get the champions. The only way that you're going to be able to get these champions are going to be pack offers. There's a training pack, which we're going to go over that in detail in a moment, and obviously buying them off the auction house. But this token that you need to get, and you're going to need to get it at every level. So champions right now are 85s. The heroes currently are going to be at an 83 OVR, and then the elites are going to be at an 80 OVR. Basically, to get the elite token, you're going to have to collect all of the elites from week 1. Now, some of these cards aren't in the game yet because week 1 is going to be split up into 2 different parts. We got part 1 today, but part 1.5 is coming on Saturday. Once you get all of the 80 overall players from week 1, you can put them into the set. In return, you're going to get all of them back, and reading the description, it doesn't say that they're B&D, which means you can go off and sell them and get some of your coin back after the 10% tax, but you're also going to get a token for doing this. This specific token would be the week 1 elite token, and it's going to be the same way for the hero cards. Again, all of the 83 overalls. More of these are going to be coming out on Saturday. You can't collect them all today, but you put all of these cards into the set. You get all of these 83 backs, plus the hero week 1 token, and then finally working backwards here, if you put all of the 85 overall champions, including Bryce Underwood, who is going to be on the way Saturday. Again, this card, definitely because of his name and the hype, and it's got good attributes, this card should definitely impact the quarterback market as well. But once you collect all of the 85 overall champions from week 1, you put those cards into the set. In return, you're going to get all of them back as B&D, so they will be auctionable, but also you're going to get the week 1 champion token. So if you do all 3 of those sets I just showed you, you're going to get 3 of the 9 tokens you need, and if you do get all 9 of those tokens, you can trade them in for 200,000 coins. So originally, when they revealed this on stream the other night, I thought if you just engage in the program, you collect tokens, you get a free 200K. that is not going to be the case. But I'm really not mad at this format here, because if you're creative enough, if you work the auction house enough, if you have maybe a little bit of pack luck, you could do all three of these sets, get those cards back, and maybe break even or even make a profit off of them. And then if you can do that for weeks 2 and week 3, well, you got 200,000 coin on the way. So this might be a little bit ambitious for all you no money spent players to do for the first month of the game. But if this is the format that we're going to see a lot of promos have, this is something that could lead to coin making throughout the entire year. So now for the second day in a row, we're seeing that you're not really going to be completing sets to get cards. You're going to need training, which means the stuff that you have in your binder is going to be valuable all year round, because cards quick sell for training. And if you want to open up packs outside of spending money, and there's a couple coin offers as well, but if you want to open up packs, you need, for today's cards, 1,525 training. You have that, you quick sell cards to get that, whatever you got to do, buy cards off the auction house. You open up this pack, you're guaranteed an 85 overall player with the chance at an 86. Unfortunately, they don't give us the odds on the chances at LTDs in here, but you are going to guarantee yourself a champion. Now, as we get more cards, this pack's going to become a little bit more risky, and if they do the thing where we get like an OVR increase in the middle of a promo, and we have 85 and 86 overall champions with 87 overall LTDs, this pack is going to become more risky. But early on, just like we saw yesterday, even though it's a little bit cheaper with names of the game here, 15,000 training or 1,500 training would guarantee you an 85 yesterday. You now have basically the same setup. And then there's additional packs that you can spend that training on. Also, with Season 1 trophies, I know a lot of you continue to ask, like, what should I do with these? I'm going to continue to hang on to mine, because more things are going to get added in here. You have players, you have the upgrade tokens for Kendrick Falk, but now with today's program, you have another pack here. It's limited to 10, but 1,600 trophies gives you a B&D Standouts player, 80 plus. We saw that with names of the game yesterday. We got it with Standouts. On Friday, we're going to see the Fresh Faces program. I'm pretty confident at this point, following this trend, that there's going to be a Fresh Faces pack in here that you can spend your trophies on. And then on Sunday, we have the Alumni program, which I think is going to replace Legends, and those hopefully will be some of the best cards in the game. There could potentially be an Alumni pack in here that gives you maybe an 81 or 80 plus Alumni card, B&D of course, but for trophies. So that's why I am still not going to be in any type of rush to go out there and spend my trophies. There's also definitely an overwhelming amount of different pack offers that you can go through with your money. The $100 bundle, again, for a second day in a row here, does not guarantee an 85 overall. I'm certainly not a fan of that, but if you're looking to spend money and get the most packs here, you have that option. They did the coin or money thing here again. It's basically doubled from yesterday. So 17K, it's actually a little bit less than doubled in price. Instead of it being 17K, it's 32K, which is 2,000 coins minus what 17 times 2 would be. I knew all of that because I'm really good at math. Anyway, 32K is going to guarantee you 2 standout cards. They will be B&D. They're at an 80 plus. If you happen to get a really good card out of these, well, then, you know, go for it. Because I have such a low coin count right now, and I'm trying to build that up so I can go out and make some upgrades, I would stay away from it early on. But if we get things like this throughout the year, that's really not a bad option. If you want to spend money, you have a launch pack, a B&D launch pack, a fantasy pack, and then a platinum pack. Plenty of opportunity. I will still continue to hang on to my pre-order points at this point, but if you want to spend it on anything from this program, you have those options. And of course, we do have booster packs. A little bit more of a difference from yesterday. We had 4 steps. The first initial step was basically $5, but it was totaled at 4. This one goes up to 7. I don't know all of the pricing here, but the good thing about boosters this year compared to last year is that training is going to be valuable all year. So if you open these up pretty consistently, I think more importantly than not, I hope you have really good pack luck and pull some LTDs and some champions from it. But even if you don't, you're going to have your binder full of cards that quick sell for training. And what we talked about earlier, right? You can use that training to your advantage now to guarantee yourself a champion from this program, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, Fresh Faces and Alumni will likely have similar formats there. So that's definitely a W. As far as the boosters go, you spend the $5, you're going to get, I think it's 2 80 plus standout cards to choose from there. there may contain Season 1 cards. That also will unlock Step 2, which is a 1 coin pack that likely guarantees you an 80+ Standouts player. And if you want to continue to spend money, you're going to get a couple more 1 coin offers in there. But ultimately, these are the best value packs in the game because you don't have to spend $50 or $100, and you might get lucky there. And at this point, now that we know training is going to be valuable all year, I think boosters are the way to go if you're going to be a money spender. So that is the program in its entirety. If you're an offline grinder, go knock out those solos. If you like to play competitively or play online, definitely jump into that head-to-head event to get your free 85 overall, or just do a little bit of both. A lot of stuff to do in the game right now, and especially from this program, they gave us a ton, and we got more on the way on Thursday. Thank you for watching this one. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.